Okay, so this is the next video into the continuation of the Fast API series. So till now we have covered approximately 18 videos, and in the last video, we have created the put endpoint, and using the put endpoint we have updated the existing item request, and we have see what is the JSON-able encoder and why we have to use it. Right now we will create the delete endpoint, and we will try to delete a particular item, okay, from the database. So let's start. So let me activate the environment. So if you want to show, let me show you what we have till now. So let me start the application, and if I show you, so till now we have the get user endpoint, create user endpoint, create item endpoint, retrieve all items, retrieve item by ID, and put. So we created two put endpoints because by using some two different methods, but both are doing the same, but we don't have any get endpoints. So we will if we want to delete a particular item from the database, how we can delete that? So there is no endpoint, so we will create a new endpoint. So let me terminate. So we will first route to the routers folder and do ls, and in the items.py we will create a, so we have the item post endpoint, get endpoint, put endpoint. Now we will create a delete endpoint. So router dot delete, and let's say the path will be /item/delete. Now we don't want to delete all the items, we want to delete the particular item. So the item ID will be given by the user, so we have to accept the item ID as well into the path. So because it has been accepted by the user, so we have to pass into the Python format strings. So let's give it some tag, so that all the items routes will be at one place. Let's create a function delete item by ID. So it will accept the ID, and we are using the PyIdentity schema, and it will accept the session because we have to delete the item from the database. So it depends upon getDB. Okay, so now we have to perform some function. So let's suppose the user has entered some ID. So first we will find whether the particular whether the any item exists corresponding to the particular ID or not. Alright, so first we will try to fetch the particular item, whether it actually exists or not, before deleting it. If it doesn't exist, then we will show a error message that the particular item doesn't exist, right? So first we will fetch the existing item, whether it will exist or not. So db.query, basically we are running the select query. So on the items table, and filter by, so where clause is, so items.id it equal to ID. So whatever the ID field into the particular table, that ID should be equal to the ID which is being passed by us, right? So if not, if we did not get any item, right, so what we will do, we will return a message right, no details exist for item ID, right? Otherwise what we will do, so whatever the filter will first we run the same query, we have to filter the particular item, the particular record which we want to delete, then we will run the delete command, delete function, right? And then we will commit the database so that the changes can be saved, right? So yeah, that's done. So let's try. So let's save it, and let's start the application. Error loading, could not import module. Okay, so I am in the routers, so I have to go back. It's clear. uvicon main app hyphen reload. So application has been started. Let me refresh. Now we able to see like one delete path is also there. So one more functionality. So let's try to first retrieve a particular item. So let me randomly try item number 2. Item number 2 doesn't exist. Okay, let me check. Item number 3 exists. Yeah, so item number 3 exists. So item number 3 exists. So this is the item number 3, laptop update. This is the database, and we also able to see the same item from the laptop update. Now we will delete the particular item. So go to the delete route and try it out, and try to delete the particular item with the ID 3. Execute it, and it is returning the null response. Okay, and I think we forgot to return the particular message. And let's try to re-execute the get item. So now we are unable to get the item number 3 because it is deleted. If we refresh our database, so item number 3 has been successfully gone from the database as well. So let me correct the code as well, because I forgot, because it is returning some null response. Here when we delete the item, it is it returned me the null response on the successful deletion of the item. So but we have to return some specific error message. Okay, so we have to return some specific error message. So here after the commit we have to return some message f string item ID has been successfully deleted. Fine. Now let's cross check. So let me first retrieve the item. Get item ID 4. Item ID 4 exists. So now let's try to delete the item ID 4. Item ID 4 I am trying to delete. So now I am getting a particular message, item ID 4 has been successfully deleted. Let's retry to delete the item ID 4. So it says that no detail exists for the item ID 4. Even if someone tried to use the get item by ID 4, we will get the response item ID 4 doesn't exist, right? So now in this video, like it is a very short video, and we have like implemented one more functionality. So like step by step, like we are incrementing, we are like our code base. So we starting from a very scratch, and now we have like built a lot of functionalities. So we like use the delete HTTP method, and we like perform the like delete SQL Alchemy operation, right? And which is delete the particular item into the database. But here, like if we like keep this delete function as is, so what will happen if we like give this particular, because in the database if you see, so this item ID is created by this particular owner, and this item ID is created by this particular owner, and this item ID is created by this particular owner. So ideally the owner should delete that particular ID, right? Neither the any one person. But right now we have not like perform any login and logout functionality. So that's why like anyone able to delete the particular particular item from the database. But in the coming videos we will like in the next videos we will apply the process of the authentication and authorization. So if like let's suppose the user number 3, owner ID 3 try to delete the item ID 7, like they will get the error message like you are not authorized to delete the item, because this item is created by the particular user. So if user number 10, owner ID 10 try to delete the particular ID, then that will be successfully deleted, that the person will be able to delete. So this is not the right approach, but as part of this video our like motive is how to like perform the delete operation. But in the coming video, when we actually apply the authorization and like authentication functionality, then we will like refactor like this delete code again. Okay, so yeah, that's all. That's the end of the video. Thank you.